We have an archetypal story in most of our cultures that says women are at various stages in their life maidens, mothers, and crones. The maiden is obviously the young woman who is the child that's growing into the woman. And we idealize the maiden in our culture. We sexualize the maiden. We covet the having of the maiden, the being of the maiden. In some cultures, the mother is also revered. Whether you are a literal mother of human beings or you are in your creative capacity to build a business or to be an artist or to build a community and serve a community, there's a mothering energy that women go through as a stage of life from the time they're young adults to the time that in our culture currently calls the crone stage. And the crone stage is officially when a woman goes through menopause. That means she's no longer reproductive, she's no longer fully creative, and our culture has tended to put the woman at the age of crone, so let's call it after menopause or around 50, aside and say no longer relevant, no longer necessary, no longer needed, no longer viable. And in the best cultures, the crone is also revered for her wisdom. The crone is recognized as someone who brings insight and life experience to the rest of the community. That's not true mostly in the North American culture. There are many women I know who are wanting to reclaim crone and saying, let's celebrate the crone. But I say, we're missing an archetype. Those archetypes were developed at a time when human lifespan was in the 40s, maybe in the 50s. So it made sense for those stages to be short. But we now live in a world where medical science and our human ingenuity means that we are often living into our 70s, 80s, 90s, even 100s. And so we have a much longer health span, period of healthy living, and a much longer lifespan, but our brains and our stories about aging haven't caught up. So we're still living like maiden, mother, and crone is the final stage that starts when you're 50, which puts you in the crone stage from 50 until for 30, 40, 50 years. It's imbalanced. And furthermore, the crone is generally pictured as a disembodied woman wearing black robes, who's all about the wisdom. And if honored for her wisdom, is not recognized for the wholeness of her feminine embodiment. So I'm a stand for another archetype. That there's a bridge between mother and crone, and I'm calling it the embodied high priestess, or sometimes if we're being a little edgier, the erotic high priestess. Because I believe we need to reintegrate the wholeness of our beings as women in the stage that I'm going to call between 50 and 75. As fully embodied women who have gone through enough experience and have hopefully come to that stage of life in a way that they're sovereign. We no longer need someone to impregnate us for kids. We no longer need someone to help us raise the kids. Hopefully, my vision is more and more women at this stage have financial autonomy and independence, so they're fully in choice. They have life experience that they've gone through. They've certainly had losses and grieved important people and experiences in their lives that have given them wisdom. But let's not forget about the embodiment of being a woman in her 50s and 60s. Because our culture wants to throw that part of us out, wants us to cover up, wants us to say, now it's time to cut your hair and put on the, a lot of this is changing because the women that I know in their 50s and 60s are saying, hell no. So I'm a stand for a new archetype that I'm calling the embodied or the erotic high priestess. And then we choose when we want to enter into the crone, when we want to enter into the stage where maybe we're not wanting to live so fully in the realm of the body, but we want to take it a little easier in the physical realm and deepen into our wisdom and our knowledge. Women are rich beings, and we have so many stages. Let's celebrate all of them. Let's live fully in the optimization and the richness of all of the stages. Mother's powerful. I mean, I am a mother, and I honor and value the experience of being mother. And one of the things I know for sure, because I'm often the oldest woman in the groups I'm in, I wish there were more older women in my groups, but I'm often the oldest. And one of the things I know for sure is that going from mother is a different experience. It's different when you have kids and go into the embodied high priestess or the crone. And it's different than if you don't have kids. Both of them are powerful. Blessed Billionaire says, Lisa, please create a circle of healing yearly so we can meet and hang out with you. I'm about to create something. I was at a gathering this weekend, a really powerful gathering of amazing, powerful women. And it was all ages. And when I was there, I was thinking, we need a council. We need a meeting of the embodied high priestesses. And I'm going to do it. Yeah, make sure that you're in my community and follow me so that when I start to announce it, when I start to bring it together, I can let you know. But I'm going to have a meeting once a year, maybe even twice a year. It's going to be a lot about the work that I do with people in speaking skills, about empowerment, about women hearing each other's stories. Leslie Smith says, what role do men play in our process of unfolding and evolution? Ooh, I love that question. So I'm currently at a training on masculine, feminine polarity, and the teacher of this work recently wrote a book that's really a wonderful book, especially for men, called From the Core. And one of the beautiful things he says is that it's time, especially for powerful men who've done work to be conscious, to take all that warrior energy they have in the past used towards fighting each other and gaining access to power and resources, to put it forward in support of the rising feminine, to put that energy, that amazing warriorship power that they have towards supporting the rise of the feminine in themselves, in their partners, in their children, in the world. Leslie Smith says, some men will view the casting off of their warrior nature as feminization. Ooh, it is so true. A lot of times men have the great challenge of trying to figure out what does it mean to be masculine, because there's been so much said of the toxic masculine or the negative impact of the masculine that a lot of men abandon their masculine instead of claiming it, owning it, refining it, becoming conscious of it, and using it to support the evolution of love, the empowerment of all of us together as a collective. And so I think, one of the things that comes up a lot in this work is the fact that when there is that depolarization, when men abandon their masculine or women abandon their feminine, because we're taught that in order to be successful and safe in the world, we better be in our strong masculine. That when we abandon those parts of ourselves, it kills off our ability to have vibrant, intimate sexual polarity and sparks between us. But it also lessens our ability as a collective to use the gifts of the masculine and to use the gifts of the feminine to heal us as a collective, to liberate love, as we say in this work. Thank you so much for your attention. Thanks for your comments. And I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time.